Hi everybody, Joe here, freelance teacher trainer at your service. Today in this short video, I just wanted to congratulate you all for surviving this pandemic teaching period. So well done everyone, you've done an amazing job. And the second thing I wanted to tell you is how to move on from here. It's very important to not just think about what we've done, but also what we can do from now on. So the first thing I want to tell you is to just relax. Think about how much energy we put into our jobs, and for example, during this period, how much energy we put into creating all sorts of materials, understanding how certain digital tools work. So it's very, very, very important. I cannot stress it enough to just relax, sit back and just think about nothing for, let's say, about a week, okay? It's very important to recharge those batteries, to finally be able to not think about anything at all, because in order to develop from here and to maybe start this whole thing all over again, we never know when the second wave comes, we need to be able to start afresh. The second thing is, once you're done relaxing, is to think about what went well and what could have been even better. For example, if I think about myself, I think that I could start using all these digital tools very easily and very quickly, but planning was something that I wasn't really happy with. I kept thinking that I'm planning for a 90-minute live lesson, but actually it turned out to me as well that online lessons take up more time. So actually when I was preparing for my lessons, it turned out that I could only do half of my plan. So this is something that I have to keep in mind next time. So just think about what you did very well, pat yourself on the back, and then also think about what you could do differently. The third thing I want to tell you is start curating. There were a lot of support groups, and that's amazing, but there were so many sites, so many articles, webinars, tools, apps that we can get lost extremely easily. So it's a good idea to find a tool, again another tool, but there are many very good curating websites such as Mix.com, Pearltrees.com, or Edshelf or Scoopit. These are the 4 tools that I would recommend. I personally use Mix.com for curating my materials, and only keep the ones you really liked. It's also good to keep in mind that you cannot use all the 1,000 education apps and websites that are out there. What I would do personally is pick a couple that I was particularly satisfied with and happy with, and just use those. So actually, when you think about it, it's not good to overload your students either with all sorts of apps, a new app every single day or every single week. What could work is to just use, let's say, 15, 20, I'm not gonna say a number, but it's like a number that you can still comprehend, and use those. So master those tools that you are comfortable with or you were comfortable with during this quarantine period. And later on, you can add one more and another one if you really feel like it. But instead of collecting thousands, I would just stick with a couple. And my final tip is please use a VLE. If you remember, that meant virtual learning environment. I think a VLE makes your life so much easier. I cannot express how grateful I am for all these VLE platforms. For example, Edmodo or Google Classroom, whichever your choice is, but there are actually others. You will find a comparison table in the description box. So there are many VLEs out there. The main benefit of a VLE is that you can separate your personal life and your professional life. You can sort of separate all these elements and see your classwork, all the messages, all the notifications on a separate platform. For me, this means a lot. I want to see assignments and submissions on a separate platform where I can grade them, where I can comment on them, and it's there. So I think a VLE would be the first thing that I would implement if I were you, in the next academic year, even if we're continuing face-to-face. So these were my 4 tips for you. I hope you found this video useful, and enjoy your summer break. Bye guys!